Oh, baby! What is up, everybody? Welcome into the DNVR Nuggets Podcast, Emergency Edition.
Holy smokes, dude.
We are live from the Toyota Lounge, and we are presented by Bet365. Use the code DNVR365 when you sign up and download the app. Emergency Edition of the show because the Nuggets and Christian Braun have locked in a 5-year, $125 million extension. We're going to break it down and give you our reactions. I'm Harrison Wind. Got D-Line alongside me today.
That's right, guys. We're coming to you in an emergency, flustered, face-sweating way on what is maybe the biggest day in DNVR Nuggets history. We have our tarot card show happening basically right after this.
2:15 p.m.
2:15 p.m. And then the documentary, the next chapter, is happening at 6. And, I mean, what do you people want from us? What do you want from us?
We get the Christian Braun extension. I don't know. We still have a little over an hour to go before the deadline. Peyton Watson's still eligible to get extended as well. We'll see if that comes in during this show. But Christian Braun and the Nuggets get it done. We all thought it was probably going to happen. At least that's what we've been saying on the show. $125 million, a lot of money. But what's your instant reaction? What's your first thought when you saw this deal come through?
If it was for the exact number that I guess expected, and I guess by that rationale hoped it would be.
Yeah.
That, I mean, first and foremost, great, awesome. Yes, lockdown, Christian Braun, Browntown. Let's start the construction. Let's start getting Brown.
Price is going up for a house in Browntown.
Yeah, let's get Browntropolis going. Let's get the civic planners in place.
Yeah.
But you know, the initial thought is, all right, good. One less thing to think about, and that feels like the right number.
I agree. You know, I had heard Christian's camp came in at 30 mil, and then the Nuggets started lower, like 22, 23.
Yep, classic negotiation.
And then it seems like they met somewhere in the middle. 25 million a year. We'll see what it looks like in terms of what the salary is next year and how much it rises and how that all looks. But if we just break it down to 25 million a year, that seems right.
It does.
And honestly, compared to the Keegan Murray contract,
28.
that came in a little higher than that.
Yep.
It seems like a pretty good deal, just off the top, just on paper right now. 25 million a year, again, the same as Josh Giddey.
Yep.
125 total, 5 years. Seems like a pretty good deal of business for both sides here. And there is a little sticker shock here with 25 million a year for somebody who is a role player who could be, you know, your fourth best starter, third best starter on this team. But with the cap going up, I think we'll probably look back at this as a good deal. And I think Christian's going to make this seem like a good deal. That's just my instant take from it.
Yeah, definitely. And the one thing that you like above all else is that it just quiets any chatter.
That's
going
true.
into the season. It's just now it's just all ball. We're not talking about anything outside of it. And you know, I mean, this again, like based off of the negotiation and the back and forth, all the things that happened with guys like Josh Giddey specifically. You know, Josh Giddey was holding out for 30 the entire time, and then 25 felt like the right number for him. And, you know, like those two players, there's an obvious, those are two white guys, but I mean, just
easy comparison.
Very different hair. I will say that. That's the one.
Especially now.
That's divergent. Yeah. But point being, like, Christian Braun is a good player. It feels like that is the new official mark in the NBA for your mid-level player that you want to hold on to, $25 million. 25 is the new 20, and I'm sure 30 will be the new 25 in a couple years. You never really know how this stuff works out, but I'm sure in 2 or 3 years we'll be like, oh man, what a great deal.
Yeah. And look, there was a lot of talk, and we had this discussion a lot. Should the Nuggets take this deal and push it down the road and go into next summer and go into restricted free agency? As we see based on what happened this last summer with the restricted free agents, Kuminga, Giddey, Grimes, it kind of seems like a disaster that nobody really enjoys.
Yep.
The deals take forever to come through. Your whole summer's held up. Getting it out of the way now, I just think is the best option for both parties. And like you said, it's just not something we're going to have to worry about throughout the season and next summer. The deal's done. We can get that out of the way and just move on to the season. Bobby Marks tweeted out the Nuggets kind of cap table, and he has this deal starting at $21.5 million next season and then going up from there. You can see all the Nuggets salaries there on that spreadsheet. A lot of numbers going on. Making less than Cam Johnson next season, less than Aaron Gordon, more than Zeke Naji, more than Big Val.
More than Big Val.
But this deal just, I don't know, man. It just kind of seems right, and I'm glad they got it out of the way, especially at this number. Now, if they gave him $30 million or something at this number, that would have felt a little different, I feel like.
I completely agree.
An average of 25, it's cool they got it out of the way.
We talked about this the other day. I mean, this, especially from our point of view, being both fan and analyst and trying to view this in all of its totality, it always feels so gross when you're trying to nickel and dime your favorite players. They're like, they played really well, and you're like, oh, now we got to pay this guy. And you're like, well, don't you want to pay these guys? They do. They play well. Isn't that the entire agreement between team and player, is that if you do the right things, you play the right way, you come in to camp with the right mindset, do all check. I mean, Christian Braun has checked every single box. That's what he's done. Every single box. And, you know, would I feel better if he had signed for $20 million a year? Yes, I would. But from a business standpoint, but from a homie standpoint, I'm like, man, he probably deserves more, honestly, but it's just the new structure in which we live. You know, I mean, this already at that number, you know, is going to make certain things down the road a little bit more tricky. Yeah. I guarantee that this has been, you know, it's not like Ben Wallace, which I assume this has got to be the Ben side of the world, right? This has got to be his forte, wouldn't you think?
Salary cap negotiation. I think they're definitely both
Ben
involved,
Tenzer?
But Ben definitely has a lot more experience in this kind of stuff just because he's been doing it with the Nuggets for a while.
Yeah, he's just so I don't know. They're certainly not going into this eyes closed. They do understand the larger picture at play. Obviously, Nikola Jokic's massive extension coming due next summer.
Yeah.
And again, with we'll see where we go with Cam Johnson. Also, he's also up. So, but for the time being, all things considered, it just feels correct to me. It feels correct.
Yeah, and I think you made a good point there. Like, Christian's done everything you could have asked for him to do if you're the Nuggets, and you're like, I really need Christian Braun to earn this extension before I'm going to give it to him.
Right.
Well, I think he earned it.
He did.
Based on what it looks like he did this summer and already this preseason, and on top of last year too, where he obviously took a massive step forward, 4th in most improved player voting. Probably should have been higher.
He probably should have won it, honestly. Like, he was incredible last year.
He was. And so he's done all the right things. And the Nuggets have always been an organization that rewards that. Sometimes it's bit them in the ass. Sometimes it's been good. But I think this one, you can trust Christian to make this deal good. And something else I was wondering is that, can this deal get done? Does it get done at $25 million if Porter's still here?
Right.
And you still have his contract on the books for another season after
Definitely
this.
not.
So all of those things, factoring into it, but it seems like a good deal of business. And I'm also just looking at the guys that were drafted around Christian Braun in that 2022 draft class. Dalen Terry at 18. My God. You had a good scouting report on him, I remember.
Oh, I hated him.
Couldn't run. Jake LaRavia, Malachi Branham, Christian Braun, Walker Kessler, David Roddy, Marjan Beauchamp, Blake Wesley, Wendell Moore. A lot of these guys are out of the league. And it was a great draft pick, and he's going to be a Nugget for a long time.
Yeah, I mean, every now and again, you got to give credit where credit is due. This was Calvin Booth's guy. He was so certain that he couldn't fail.
Yeah.
And that seems to be the way it's playing out. I don't know. Yeah, to me, I'm just sort of left with a sense of calm.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay, good. I mean, obviously now your attention now goes to Peyton Watson.
Sure.
Try to figure out where it is. where his standing is with the organization, where the front office views him, not only now but in the future. I mean, I can't even guess what Peyton Watson's deal would be if in fact they come.
I think if Peyton Watson agrees to a deal in the next hour, that's the deadline. I think it's 3 p.m. Mountain time. If it happens, level, right? It's going to be something that's pretty team friendly. I think
10, right?
10 maybe. Yeah, I could see that.
That feels right.
3 for 30,
right?
Something like that. Something that is shorter, that's team friendly, that also gives him the chance to make a lot of money when that deal gets up, when he's potentially more established.
Right.
That's the thinking.
Yeah, I mean, he still is. If my math checks out, he's still the youngest player on the team, right?
He might be.
I think he is, man. Like, he played 1 year of college.
Yeah.
He was young to go into college. He's just been physically gifted his whole life. He's just now starting to kind of put it together. It does feel like Peyton Watson is that, like, in a year, 2 years, feels like when you'll really start to see what that Peyton Watson developmental arc looks like.
Yeah.
But I don't know, overall, like, I don't really have a ton of thoughts on this because this is exactly where I hoped it would go. I mean, what do you feel about the years? 5. Does that feel good? That feel correct to you?
It seems like it's 5 years with no options. So no player option on the end of it, no team option on the end of it. Look, man, like Christian Braun, yeah, he's older than most guys in his draft class, but I think you can trust that he's not going to like stop working. Mm-hmm. Like Christian Braun, he lives in the gym. Like that's a stupid expression that's thrown out there. But like,
only AG lives in the gym.
Well, actually, yes, we can only say AG officially lives in the gym. That's correct. Christian Braun will be next up on my list to build a basketball house in
Browntown.
Yeah, like if there's another player I could pick that would build a gym in his house, it's Christian Braun.
If you made this kind of money, do you feel like you would actually start a town in Kansas named Braun and just see if you could actually make it a real municipality? That's the first thing I would do. Welcome to Browntown, in the middle of Kansas.
Build your own Browntown. Yeah.
No, this is, but yeah, work ethic. The man is a silent assassin, goes about his business in a way where you never hear about him unless it's a positive thing.
Yep.
You don't have to worry about his behavior. You don't have to worry about relying on him. He just is like the ultimate glue guy for the Denver Nuggets. And that's not going to change. You know? Like, even if he gets much better, it's like you just need those guys. Like, defensive stalwart, can finish every time on the break.
Yep.
His shot is getting better. He's improving. And again, if we get what we were promised, like he'll be the agitator. Like he'll be.
Mm-hmm. And I think he's showing signs of that, I think
so too.
But yeah, I mean, he's improved everywhere, kind of every season so far. You hope he takes the big jump now defensively. Kale, could you bring up the shooting guard base salary rankings? This is really interesting. So on Sportrack, they have every shooting guard sorted by how much they're making next season. And now we can plug in the $21.5 million figure for Christian Braun, which, funny enough, is pretty much what KCP is making next season.
It's hilarious.
With the Memphis Grizzlies. That's the 17th most.
Where is that?
It's in Nuggets assignments. It's right under the Christian Braun picture there. Funny enough, he's making the 17th most out of every shooting guard.
Which is wild.
That feels just right there.
It does.
Like a great deal.
It does. Like, so on this list, number 1, Devin Booker making $53 million. Oh, imagine having to swallow this one. Number 2, Paul George, $51 million.
Yeah.
Donovan Mitchell. The guys right around him, Anthony Simons, is making
$28 million almost this season, Anthony Simons.
RJ Barrett.
Devin Vassell's making $27 million this season.
CJ McCollum making $30 million. Yeah, KCP making 21. It's like he's right dead in the middle with Josh Giddey, $25 million. Devin Vassell making more than Christian Braun. So when you look at it from that standpoint, which is you kind of have to, like at this stage in the new era, the new apron era of the league, it's like what is the type of player you can get for that amount of salary? It's like I mean, to me, it seems like a great deal in that standing. I mean, in that perspective.
Do you have this link, Kale? Okay, cool. It really puts it in good perspective. Like 25 mil a year on paper seems good. When you look at it here, I mean, and a lot of these guys, they're probably going to get another contract that's going to go up. Jordan Poole at $32 million. Jalen Green at $33 million.
Yikes.
Jalen Suggs, who, I mean, that's a pretty popular comparison for Christian Braun. I mean, Jalen Suggs signed a 5-year, $150 million deal. Christian Braun's making significantly less than him. I don't know how different they are as players. Jalen Suggs definitely a way better defender, but Christian Braun a better offensive player. So that's an interesting comparison there.
Oh my God.
You got Desmond Bane on this list. Good player.
I never quite realized just how unbelievably terrible the Zach LaVine deal is. He made $46 million a year. Which
to play next to DeMar DeRozan.
Which is more, by the way, than Anthony Edwards,
Westbrook.
more than Desmond Bane, just a little bit less than Donovan Mitchell. Again, like you said, this feels right, man. Feels like the right number for the play that he's shown us last year. And what I mean, I really do expect another big league from him this year, which I feel like by year's end we're going to be lauding not only he but the front office for getting this deal done before his value went way, way up.
Yeah, perfect. Thanks for bringing that up, Kale. Where do you think Christian has to improve the most to make this deal feel like a team-friendly deal, almost like if there's one area, whether it's shooting, defense, like what do you think is the most important area for him to focus?
Well, I think not even for him, just in looking at him, I just think the team needs a defensive stalwart.
I agree, yeah.
You know, and I don't think that it's necessarily that his defense is lacking. I kind of see his entire game rising sort of at the same level. But if I was to answer your question directly, it's like we need his defense more than we need his offense. Mm-hmm. His offense is, but if he can also display the shooting that he showed at the end of last season and what he's already shown in preseason, just absolutely becoming a knockdown shooter. More shooters around Jokic, more spacing, that just makes that starting lineup absolutely elite and indefensible. But yeah, if he can be the guy that you put on, that you can help Jamal Murray out with a SGA, you can help a lot of this point of attack defense, where frankly the Nuggets have faltered pretty heavily in the last couple seasons. He's got to be that guy. But honestly, I don't think necessarily his play has to rise much to justify anything about what he's got.
I agree. I think he just genuinely needs to take another step. Not as maybe big of a step as he did 2 years ago to last year.
Right.
But just another step, like we pretty much expect him to. And I think he will. The defense, I do agree, that's the biggest area that you're probably watching this season.
Definitely.
A step to the Nuggets becoming a top 10 defense, I think there's two big steps. One is Aaron Gordon being healthy for the full season.
Yes.
The other's next big step that would have to happen is Christian Braun leveling up.
Right.
I think he's got it in him. He's shown the flashes. He's had those moments. It hasn't come together consistently game to game to game where you're like, man, Christian Braun is just an all-NBA defender.
Right.
We felt that with KCP a couple of years ago.
Yes.
When
First team.
When that was his nickname for a portion of the season. We haven't quite felt that with Christian Braun. And
Third
now
team.
look, third team doesn't even exist. But defense is so tough. And it's even hard to talk about. You need a full buy-in for your whole team to be a good defensive team for you to really shine a lot of times. And I think the Nuggets might have that buy-in this year.
It's true.
So then it's just going to be on Christian to be like, all right, this is where I'm going to focus my efforts a lot more this season.
I mean, shout out to our negative wingspan king.
Negative wing. Is he the best defender ever with a negative wingspan?
Has to be.
I mean, there aren't many.
Be. Who has the biggest negative wingspan? Got to be Desmond Bane, right? No question. He can't be a great defender.
We need to get research on that.
Yeah,
I really want to know who has the biggest negative wingspan in NBA history.
I wonder how negative my wingspan is.
I gotta have close to a negative.
I don't know
wingspan.
can we refer to what we do as a wingspan? Sort of an arm stretch. Yeah, man. I just think that yes, he's just such a Johnny Hustle. You know, he's just such a floor slapper.
Yeah.
And it really is about moving his feet. You know, he doesn't have the wingspan gifts of say a Peyton Watson or some of these other guys, even KCP, but he just has the motor, and you can do a lot with that. And to me, it just comes down to Christian Braun just continuing his progression. If he plays the way he has already played in preseason for the entire season, we're going to look. I mean, this is going to be an absolute home run of a deal.
Yeah.
Absolute home run.
I agree. So the other things to watch for as we get closer to the extension deadline, a little over an hour away, is like, does Peyton Watson agree to an extension, or are the Nuggets going to go into restricted free agency with him potentially? And then I believe Cam Johnson also eligible. That one we haven't heard like any rumblings about. I wonder if the Nuggets just push that one down the road a little bit.
Yeah.
It's not like he'd be, we'll see what happens there. But P-Watt will be interesting. I think if something happens with him, it will be pretty team friendly.
Yeah.
Same with Cam Johnson, actually. But, we'll see.
Yeah, we'll see.
Leave your thoughts in the Toyota chat. Let us know what you think of this Christian Braun extension.
Yeah, leave a chat on the video in general.
Browntown also, if you're a supporters club member, you
Browntown's
can
in the
put
chat.
Browntown in the
Let's
chat.
build out the Brownopolis, one Browntown hut at a time.
Yeah. Also going on here at DNVR tonight, we've got our premiere of the next chapter, our Nuggets documentary. We could talk a little bit about that maybe here last couple minutes.
Yeah, man. I mean, we're gonna, no better way to really get a sense of what's going on with the Denver Nuggets than your homies, your mans, your boys, your fellas went to San Diego, and also just recorded all of our thoughts ahead of time before we went out to go see what they were going to be doing for training camp. But it's just a good sort of overview to sort of remind you where we've gone, where we're going, where we've been. We're calling it the next chapter, and I've said this before. It's the next chapter in what? In the book of Jokic.
In the book of Jokic.
The book of Jokic.
What chapter are we on?
I think this is chapter 3.
Is it?
Well, early Jokic, that was kind of just, that was the preamble, the prelude.
I'm going to say this is chapter 5.
Chapter 5, okay.
Yeah. You've got early Jokic years. You've got like you got Purgatory.
Purgatory. That's a chapter?
Might be a chapter.
Go ahead and skip that chapter.
It was 2 years.
Skip that chapter. Skip
2
that
playoffs.
chapter.
You've got winning the championship.
That was a great chapter.
3rd chapter. You've got the last 2 years. And then I feel like this is a new chapter.
Well, to me, it's like I would break it down like there is early Jokic, and that's all part of Malone and Jokic. Mm-hmm. And like now Malone and Jokic and Murray, that chapter has ended.
So you think this is just a 2-chapter book?
Well, I mean, I said 3 chapters.
Okay.
There's the early part of Jokic, the book of Jokic, which was just his unknown era as he was. We didn't know any. That's the Taco Bell era and before, right. And then there's the Jokic and Malone, and now it's a brand new chapter. We don't know where we're going with any of this, but we're here to find out. We're here to, obviously we're just the disciples walking around taking notes and then making sure that everybody knows what happened afterwards. But the next chapter starts this week, and we're here to cover it for you.
And I've seen the doc. I think you've seen it as well. It's electric. It's awesome. It's unlike anything we've ever done. If you want to watch it, the premiere is tonight, 6 p.m. here at the DNVR Bar, and then we're going to do a little Q&A afterward.
Yep.
But it should be a great night, man. A lot of people RSVPing, a lot of people coming through.
This is very, very high key. One of the things I'm the proudest of we've ever put together as a crew. I'm very stoked about it.
Go.
Yeah. And then also, not to bury the lead again. What is today? This is what is happening.
Victory Monday.
All things are converging. Yes, the Denver Broncos pull off the most improbable win of my life. Then we go right into the tarot card episode.
The tarot card episode's coming up in like 30 minutes.
In 30 minutes. We recorded it yesterday, and I promise you're not going to want to miss it. I'll say that. A lot of things are revealed. Some of them are uncomfortable. We have to look at ourselves in the face, but it gives us direction for how to act going. It's some say the most important episode of the season. I say it's the most important episode of my life.
We got one Superchat, guys.
Is it from Christian Brown? Hopefully,
Elisis Ventura. This will force Lakers bozos to overpay Reeves.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, it's called the white guy dominoes. It goes Giddey, Brown, and then Reeves. They all are going to get 25.
The soap opera between the Lakers and Austin Reeves the last 5 years has been so funny.
Dude, Austin Reeves is not.
It's like he's so good we can't trade him, and now like they're not going to re-sign him because Austin Reeves knows he can get way more on the open market.
He never should be a Laker though. He has dumb, dopey like country guy hair.
He does not seem like a Laker.
He's not. He should never be a Laker. He should be a Pacer. Don't you think? Like Austin Reeves was born to be a Pacer. Everyone knows it.
Yeah, he kind of is. Final thoughts from me. I think this is a great deal, and I'm very happy the Nuggets got it out of the way right now. And look, we had questions about this front office when we heard about who was going to be installed in leadership.
I know.
Ben Tenzer had never, held that top job title before. He's, he's Nuggets for life, actually. He's been with Denver forever. He's been through a lot of iterations of the front office. How was he going to handle the tough negotiations like this?
Yep.
How was he going to handle when this type of stuff came up? Him and John Wallace, I think they proved themselves this summer that they obviously know what they're doing. They had a great plan. They executed it. Everything they want to get done got done. And this deal, again, I think proves that they also know what they're doing. I mean, I think there was opportunity for like somebody in Christian Brown's position and for his agent's position to potentially like take advantage of a team that could be in a position like the Nuggets where they got to keep them. They have an inexperienced front office. Could we take advantage and just like get more money out of them? But this is a fair deal. I think this is a fair deal for both sides. And I think you got to give the Nuggets credit for getting it done like they did. No drama.
Right.
Went to the final day, but that's how these things go. And we're ready for the season.
Yeah. And, shout out to Bobby Marks, who, apropos of nothing, just said that Christian Brown was going to get a $30 million contract in the summer. And we were all like, what? No, we can't afford that. Like, that's way too much. And I don't even know where that figure came from.
I think it came from Christian Brown's agent.
Apparently, whatever.
That's actually exactly where it came from.
Probably so, but it just seemed like such an unfounded number. So the fact that it is less than that feels good. Anything less than that, and again, 25, I would have preferred. I mean, I think of Christian Brown, like if I had my absolute druthers, I would have been in probably the 22. 22.5 range. I mean, it's, at a certain point you're splitting hairs a little bit, but $2.5 million can get you a vet minimum. I mean, that can get you a good player. So that's not nothing. I mean, in the new era of the NBA where there's nothing but emperors and paupers and no one in between, this is sort of that deal that finds itself in the middle. And I guarantee there's like every team is going to have this level guy, their fifth level guy, fourth level guy is going to be making $25 million. That's how it's going to work.
Yeah. So good job by both parties on that. We'll see what happens with Peyton Watson. I don't think a Cam Johnson extension makes sense right now, but I think that's all we got.
That's it. We did it.
Thanks for hanging out with us, guys, in the Toyota chat at 2:15.
Half an hour.
In about 30 minutes from now.
Cancel your meetings.
Tarot card episode with Ariana.
The link is up. Go hang out in the chat with us.
Yeah. The clear your schedule. If you have anything going on, just tell them that there's something bigger at play that you need to
clear your
attend
schedule. Put your phone on Do Not Disturb. Tell your significant other you have a very important meeting. Yeah. Block off your calendar.
Or light some incense.
Yeah.
Do the right thing, man. Yeah. Get the mood right.
2:15 p.m. We'll see you guys over there. Thanks for hanging out. Talk to you soon.
Let's go.